Hello everybody, Tamoxian here. Welcome back to Fairytales of Nature 2, Destiny of the Tribes. Alright, hopefully we can get it all done this episode. And once again, except even worse this time, I'm gonna have to remember all the voices I've done. So last time we left off, we had just gotten inside the jail and seen Fabo, and he doesn't look good. Fable. Hello, pals. Good to see visitors on your last day of life. But it would happen anyway. I have become ill. I thought I knew what I was doing. I tried saving Jack, but death doesn't like being cheated. I knew of the risk, but I tried it anyway. I owe this to Jack. Death decided to punish me severely. Omnifruits all wilted. They won't exist in future. And I got this disease. I have plague-like symptoms, but it isn't contagious. My life is slowly being exchanged for his. No matter what happens, my life will end today. However, I need to die from the disease if I want to save him. If I die before I can heal his body, after helping his soul to return, he will die. And we can't wait either, as his soul isn't in his body. I got to... Fabo stops and coughs. He coughs up a black goo and blood. Fabo, breathing heavily. I gotta make sure that his soul returns. For that, I have to die. But also avoid harm to my heart. I have to come back to life before 5 to 6 minutes pass, to avoid the afterlife catching wind of this. Jack's soul and the soul of other cursed ones can be retrieved without consequences, and I am already paying for bringing Jack's body back to life, as I waited too long to fetch it. I packed a bag and left it at my desk and... As you seem to have brought it. Besides my cane, it contains an hourglass that takes 5 minutes for all sand to fall through. The bag also has a few bottles of omniscience to bring me back. They are the last ones that will ever exist. The next step is to die. I need a knife. Oh, wonderful. Thomas seems reluctant to give the knife he took from Jack to Fabo. Thomas, I know you have one. I need it. Trust me. Like you trusted me years ago when I gave orders to protect the Ruby Tribe. This is for the greater good. Thomas opens the door of the cell, lays down the ruby sword, opens the bag, hands Fabo the knife, grabs the hourglass, and one of the bottles. Fabo stabs himself into the stomach, and Thomas starts the hourglass. While Fabo is bleeding out, Thomas retrieves the knife and puts it on the floor next to Fabo. Fabo collapses. Oh boy, this all again. Coward! Murderer! Death is inevitable. You can try your best, but someone will die. Do you really think you can change fate? No matter how much you try, this can't be prevented. Even if you could change anything, I doubt you would do what you must. Fabo, here I am again, in my eternal nightmares. But can I change the one dying? Also, I know I haven't burnt Jack to save myself. But regardless of what I do, someone carrying the ruby sword will be stabbed and die. And everyone else will die afterwards with him. But I can stop this. Wait, I was stupid. This realm knew I would try this. They'll keep me here before I can do my task. I can't do it. Voices. I can't. No. Help! Help! Who am I kidding? No one will help me. No one here remembers me. How could I expect this? Not even I remember myself. All I knew was my task, free all before oblivion. But what was the oblivion I was meant to stop? Of everyone forgetting? Of everyone being forgotten? Well, does it still matter? I can't do anything. I tried to do the impossible. Now everyone is doomed, and I'm trapped in here, in a realm between the afterlife and the realm of the living. And thus, Fabo had given up hope. What felt like hours to him happens in mere minutes in the real world. But in this realm, in a close cave, something remembers him. Meow. And walks away to someone else. The sound of footsteps isn't heard by Fabo. How could I have been so stupid? And now I won't be able to fulfill my promises, and won't stop him. What could possibly be worse? Maybe having been possessed for 18 years only to then have your body taken over and your own soul rejected while your killer escapes to another timeline? Not knowing what kinds of misery he causes there? Or losing your wife, thinking your child died as well, and never getting to see him in your life again, because the killer rejected your soul as well, and kills an old man who was having a heart attack while in your body? Or entering a hibernation-like state, not knowing what's going on for years now? Or being turned into a llama, causing your little brother to be traumatized and losing his mental capacities? Is that really you guys? The cursed ones? The ones who have were impacted the most by DEATHCROW? Well, almost all. How did you get here? How did you know where to find me? Victor, your little helper had been waiting for you since she arrived 2 years ago, and that cat rushed to get us. She is a smart girl, despite me raising her instead of her mother. I'm glad that she still knows me. I'm proud. One of you isn't here anymore. I don't remember who he was, but it feels like he was close family, like a brother. But if you're here, I can use this chance. We have to return to the world of the living. I know you have been stuck here. John, your mind still stayed clear. I can lift your curse, and the curses of you as well, Jack and Harry. And Victor. Well, I can't bring you back the way I bring back Jack. I need your help. You need to do the following for me. While I was working on Fabo's task, and the others are task of the others, you need to Victor's task. What? Was I supposed to type something? I'm confused now. Back at the execution area, the story goes on. Character information. Name, Harry. Age, 47. Role, formerly a lawyer, now the judge of the island. Rarely has to work due to low crime rates. Eventually, the judge arrives. Now it's time. Fabo's execution is happening soon. He will pay for his crimes. For tampering with votes and killing the Ruby tribe off. Wait! Fabo is innocent. He didn't kill us. He distracted the island. We escaped with a spare ship. Ah, Tmoxian. So we meet again. You thinking, wait, we never actually met. I did see him, but that was in a dream. How does he remember me? I actually know that he is innocent, and to be honest, but I don't care. I want him dead. Oh. As others wanted to rush at him and hit him for attempting to execute Fabo innocently, and as you wanted to walk to him, you suddenly realized that you can't move anymore. No one can. Was he taken over by DEATHCROW? Or a piece of DEATHCROW? It's no use trying to harm me. You all are in a sleep I always have trouble with that word. Sleep paralysis-like state. You can't move. You can turn your head and your eyes and you can speak, but you can't move your limbs. I will kill all of you. I am DEATHCROW. Oh dear, the dark eyes. Character information. Name, DEATHCROW. Age, completely unknown. Of course, we could look into the fact that there's 3 question marks and guess that it's a 3-digit number. Probably not, though. Role. Evil being obsessed with the gems of power and the life force of people. Serial killer. Possesses others. I have planned all of this. I tampered with the votes. I directed the investigation. I got Fabo into jail. And with this execution day, I gathered everyone here, all at one place, besides those few at the jail. But I didn't expect Thomas to know earlier, even less to come get you here for this. But it's a nice bonus, though I plan to come for the rest of the Ruby tribe on the other island later on. Doesn't matter now, though. I have used my powers to cloud everyone's clear mind in this state, and no one will be able to stop me, or wake others up. Your bodies are blocked by me. Good luck preventing my next action. You will need it. In the meantime, in between the inn and the jail. Nick, thinking. Llamas. I just remembered that John didn't get a bucket of water to drink this morning. I should do that now. Llamas. Nick goes to a nearby well and retrieves a bucket of water. He then walks to a side of the jail where John is on the ground sleeping. Nick accidentally slips and pours the water all over John, waking the llama up. The sand of the hourglass has almost finished running through. Thomas is standing over Fable's body, holding a bottle of omniscience. But as he tries to reach the bottle's cap with the other hand, he suddenly is unable to move. All he can do is look around and hear DEATHCROW's speech in his head. Sam can't move either, and Jack is unconscious. Thomas. That crow best. I want to punch his lights out for what he did. I want to turn his neck. Thomas is filled with anger. His emotion is concentrating even more. Through his anger and willpower, he shortly manages to overcome the state and breaks the bottle with his hand, and the omniscience spills onto Fable's wound. Fable wakes up, stands up, and wakes up Jack, destroying his connection to DEATHCROW, heals his body, and sends him on his mission with John waiting outside. Fabo grabs his cane and starts his part of the mission. Now that everyone is unable to move, I'll absorb your life forces one by one, and I will start with you, Tomoxian. You can hear footsteps and the sound of a metal cane clanking against the floor, coming closer. As he gets closer, you can see the man's face completely concealed in shadows. Fable. DEATHCROW! You had success in your little mission the previous years until now, didn't you? Taking gems, taking lives, destroying families. But I thought that you'd be gone after you lost 5 years ago. The day Victor and Jack died. The day I had to take up my role as king. But I knew that something was wrong when I saw the results of the votes. I knew something was wrong when my mission wasn't seen as completed. I knew something was wrong when my nightmares continued. I knew something was wrong when my old memories still didn't return. Don't worry, lad. I won't let him kill you. I will stop him. I won't let him get away with the lives he had taken and with the lives he ruined by cursing them. Victor, Jack, Harry, John, Michael. You can try all you want. I will win. Though I am curious, how did you survive? How are you immune? The genocide I made my puppets perform on your tribe seemed to have been successful, though I do remember emotions to stay. I noticed that you were a lot more emotional when you mentioned John, as if he was familiar. But you can forget saving him. I killed him 23 years ago when he broke out of my possession. Though I remember I was defeated as well because of you. But let's stop with this talk. You distracted me for far too long. Also, you can't kill me. If you decide to stab me, the one I possess will take the harm. I'm just controlling their mind. You won't stop my curses. The object keeping them active is at a place you won't find. Now die. DEATHCROW lifts his arm, pointing at the warehouse to Fabo's left, moves his arm to the spot above Fabo, and lets go. Several barrels fall onto him from a big height. Barrels shatter, green goo flows everywhere. You see soaked cloth and flesh on the floor. DEATHCROW laughs, and as you all stand there in shock. DEATHCROW, don't worry. You'll all join him soon. As I was saying, I'll start with you. What? What? After DEATHCROW's attack is stopped by a golden shield that vanishes as fast as it appears, he sends more attacks. Why isn't this working? Because I'm not letting you harm him. Impossible. This is impossible. How can you still be alive? You look to your right. You see Fabo, unharmed. You look at the mess with the barrels. You notice the labels are of marinated meat, olive oil, and tablecloth from earlier, from the crates and barrels from the warehouse. You are a coward, DEATHCROW. You hid from me for years and expected that I would die this easily. Well, I will probably die soon, but not before your curses and your body are purged from this timeline. I thought your soul would be the only thing that needed to go, but I was wrong. I will correct this mistake. You won't possess anyone in this timeline anymore. Fabo reveals the ruby sword Thomas took earlier and stabs DEATHCROW, but Harry remains unwounded, as if it only hit the curse, not the cursed one. Huh? Harry, wake everyone up. I'll take care of DEATHCROW's body, though you might need to help. Also, good to see you, lad. You and everyone else can move again. As Harry focuses for a short moment, he tells everyone to stay calm and stay still. In the meantime, at a cave in the former Ruby Tribe area. Hidden, barely recognizable from most places on the island, as the hill it is located in is overgrown with grass from the other side. Jack and John reach the cave. John lays down, being exhausted from carrying and running so much lately. Jack grabs a bag he took with him and takes a torch with him. The bag is left behind, containing a set of clothes and a rusty mace, the only weapon Jack could find at the jail. He puts a white blanket on John to prevent him from getting heat exhaustion. Cursed Crow Deaths. What? Jack. So this is it. The vase that supposedly contains our curses. According to Fable, shattering it will lift the curses. I can barely see anything. The light is limited. There is a horrible stench in here as well. A rotten smell. Is it coming from this mannequin? It seems to have a mask and a hat. Probably to scare people away. Wait, I think I remember this cave. It has been so long, but wasn't I in here before? I vaguely remember a wall to have a prophecy on the gems. But Victor told me that in his final moments he saw most of them to be absorbed. But the prophecy didn't take place. All 5 gems were supposed to be merged into a dark gem, I think. I can't imagine what horrors could happen if that would have happened. Anyway, back to my mission. I'll just take the vase and shatter it, then use the torch and set this place on fire. This should work. If any remnants of documentation on dark magic is here, no one else will be able to use it. The curses have been broken. All 5 of the cursed ones are free now, whether it's mind or form. DEATHCROW, you really think this was smart? The only thing keeping my body in this cave was this vase. The curses concealed me from the realm of the dead, but without it, I got no reason to hide. So do you think this through? I'll kill even more to buy myself time, and I'll start with you. DEATHCROW grabs Jack's throat with one hand, lifts him up, and chokes him. Jack struggles to breathe, and his vision gets blurry. In the meantime, outside of the cave, John the Llama. Stretching out llama. Llama with a hat. No, llama turning blue. Very blue. Character information. Name. John. Age. 37. Role. Nick's brother was cursed by DEATHCROW, trapping him in the form of a llama. It was him! John puts on clothes from the bag and grabs a mace upon hearing DEATHCROW's voice coming from the cave. Before Jack passes out, John hits DEATHCROW's head with the mace, cracking part of his mask. Did you really put yourself in my way again? Didn't you learn your lesson when I turned you into a llama? Or do you think you're safe now? Just because my curses are broken. My magic still persists. You will die. I will... Harry. Here, Fabo. I made the connection with the powers I received from him long ago. Do your part now. Fabo. DEATHCROW, you coward. I always say you're gonna kill someone, but you never do. You always say you're gonna kill someone, but you never do. You can't even kill a man who is already close to death. You are weak. Why would I fear you? You can't even kill the last Emerald Tribe members. Even if you tried to attack other members, you still are defeated by that same dying man. By me. How would anyone fear that? Come on. Admit you are weak. We both know it. You are so weak you can't kill a dying, weak old guy who still has scars from several battles. You weakling!
I am not a weakling. I will start with killing you instead. You will doom this day.
DEATHCROW ignores Jack and John and heads to the jail instead. No guard is to be seen, and he enters. In the room, Fabo is kneeling while looking out the window. There are some weapons lying on the floor. Not sure what I'm seeing here. Oh, side profile, gotcha. Well, I'm over time, so I gotta leave this episode here. I'm disappointed that I could not finish them all in 3, but hey! Bonus episode! Alright. If you want to go read or play, I'm not sure how I'm qualifying this, Fairytales of Nature 2 for yourself, or if you want to go check out the first game of Fabo's, both of those will be linked down in the description below, along with Fabo's Game Jolt account. Go check out some of the stuff he's working on. He's working on the 3rd game right now. Ought to be pretty interesting. Go check out my channel for some of the awesome stuff that I have on there. Subscribe, like, comment, whatever you like. Have an awesome day. This is Demoxian signing out. Peace.